Hey, what's happening, everyone? I'm Sir James coming at you guys with another video, and I hope you guys are doing well. First off, I want to apologize for not uploading a lightsaber review last week on Friday. The reason why is because the saber I was going to be reviewing, which is the Vader's Vault Mitsurugi 3K, I couldn't figure out how to access the chassis, and apparently it turned out that the center portion does indeed unscrew, but it was just extremely tight, and I was trying to figure out how to remove that without damaging it, as it's not, well, my saber. So I finally got access to it, so that review will resume this Friday, so hopefully you guys look forward to that. In the meantime, I figured to kind of make up a little bit for it, I wanted to go ahead and give you guys my review on this Black Series Boba Fett helmet. And a lot of you guys were asking me about this one back when I was doing the X-Wing pilot helmet, wondering if I was going to get this or not, or if I could review it. And well, this was something that I was going to get if I can get it for a good deal, and that opportunity finally happened. I actually got this from a friend of mine for as low as 60 bucks, which is a pretty solid deal in my opinion, because I believe this goes for, I don't know, 120, 130, somewhere around there. It was a little bit more than I thought it was going to be quite honest. But, especially when you don't have a lot of things going on for it, to be quite honest. But let me go ahead and, before we get into this, I do want to let you guys know that I did get a couple figures. They're not Star Wars related, but these are ones that I'm happy to have. The first one I just got in today is this Titan from Destiny 2, and I do plan on getting the Hunter and Warlock. And also my most prized one that I'm so happy to finally get for a good deal, this is the 3-0 Titanfall Pilots, or Battle Rifleman. I actually have him over here doing a while running pose with a display that I made, and the Titan is up here. Yes, they're not Star Wars, but you know what? This is my backdrop, and I can do what I want with it. So there you go. So anyways, here is the Boba Fett helmet. As you can see, it's a pretty good size overall. Whether or not if it's accurate to the sizing of the real helmet, I don't know, because I don't look that far into things half the time, if I'm going to be honest. Now, there is a little bit of a minor assembly, which is basically attaching this antenna piece right here on the side. But what's really nice is that this actually does have a function, which is doing that. But we'll touch upon that in just a second. As far as batteries go, the battery does go in here. It actually only uses one battery, and that's a 1 AAA battery, so it doesn't use too much. And I'm pretty sure at least most people have at least one AAA battery lying around, but this pops off and you put it right in there. On the inside of the helmet, what's actually neat is that there's a lot of detail, and there's also a head strap back here. A little bit hard. One of my lights actually kind of died on me. But there's a head strap back there, which you can remove if you wanted to, and you can make some finer adjustments. But also along the inside here, these orange, not orange, but more like a brownish kind of pad, or orangish brown, somewhere around there. That's kind of a bit of a detail on the inside. It basically serves a little bit of extra padding as well. It doesn't really do much, which is no big deal. Of course, you got your front. As you can see, the visor is pretty easy to see through, especially when you have a light shining right into it. It's not an extremely dark lens. It would have been nice if the lens on here was a bit darker. So if you do have some strong lighting on here, you won't be able to see it as much. So you could see my hand kind of moving in there. Of course, you do have the dent, and you actually do see, well, you can't really see it here because it's all dark on the inside. You could probably make it out over here in this corner here. There's a little dent looking thing. So yeah, that's from the little dent over here on the top. Some really nice detailing, weathering done on the helmet. Visor looks great overall. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. And of course, obviously, the main obvious thing, of course, is the fact that this is indeed a wearable helmet. And before we actually put this on, I want to kind of go over this antenna function, because unfortunately this helmet doesn't have any sound effects. It would have been nice if it did have sound effects, in my personal opinion, especially for something like this, because like the X-Wing helmet was great. You got lights and sounds. You can switch between X-Wing mode or the snow speeder. But here, you only have one simple function. It's a cool function, but it would be nice if there's that little bit extra, you know, a little bit extra care to it. Even though he's only got 5 lines in a trilogy, it would still been nice to have some voiceover work inside the helmet. Just my personal opinion. But anyways, what is with the batteries? Well, pretty much when you put the batteries in here, which is not meant to make this come down, this is just a gimmick, or how it's supposed to do. But basically, when this comes down, you do have a light up function right there in the antenna. Now on the one side, there's a bit of detailing going on, but the best way to showcase this, especially for the front, is removing this little black portion here, and you basically got your rangefinder detailing there. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave this off and stick this in my pocket. And when you put this up, it turns it off like so. So let me go ahead and put it on and demonstrate how this looks. Obviously, I don't have any gear related to Boba Fett. I did have a Boba Fett long sleeve hoodie that I got from Disneyland a few years back. I can't find the dang thing. I was so upset because I finally have something to use it for, and I can't find it. So, like so. So there's how it looks. I can't tell how my audio's. I mean, I can see my audio reading here, but my voice might be a little bit muffled. I'm not entirely sure, but I can speak clear. I don't feel like my voice is hindered in any kind of way. I'm just hearing my own echo going on. But you push this here, that drops down on its own, so you can get a little bit of an effect going on here. Lift it right back up. And just like that. So yeah, the helmet does fit my head pretty. I mean, I have a small head, but the way the sizing of this is, I mean, again, it seems quite large for the opening here. I could only assume that it could fit a quite bit of a large head. Like for me, in order for me to make this work a little bit more, I would have to actually add padding just to get it to where when it's on, I don't feel like a bobblehead. Or making a fool of myself on camera. But like, because the thing is, this back part here that's supposed to tighten when it's on your head for the strap, this thing doesn't really hold its place. Like, it literally just, with little to no effort, comes apart. So I just don't know if maybe it's kind of worn out, but you know, my friend actually never wore it. He just had it on display, to be quite honest. But yeah, you know, like I said, for me, I would probably have to add some extra padding just to get it so that way when I put the helmet on, you know, I don't have that bobblehead-like effect. But, you know, if you have a little bit of a bigger head, it's probably going to work out a lot better for you. But again, it's always going to vary per person. But overall, I think this is a pretty neat helmet. Is it worth the full retail pricing? I mean, honestly, I probably wouldn't pay full retail pricing. You know, as cool as this is, like if you can get this for an on-sale price, and a good one indeed. Now, I wouldn't say like if you could find it as low as 60 bucks, I just kind of got lucky for it. But even if it's like 70, maybe 80, I think that's a pretty good deal for it. Now, there's another version I think it will be great for anyone looking to putting together like a Mandalorian cosplay, or maybe someone with some artistic abilities. They have one that's exactly like this, but it's all white, which is the prototype Boba Fett helmet. Now, what's nice about that one is because it's all white, it's basically like a blank canvas, so you can go ahead and use that base there and do whatever kind of artwork or coding and things like that that you want to do to kind of make it unique and to your own. So I think that's a really good option there too. But again, everyone has kind of have their personal opinion. If you just want a simple Boba Fett helmet, then something like this is going to fit your needs. But if you're maybe putting a cosplay together, or you want to do something a little bit more creative, then go for the prototype version and use that as your base and kind of go from there. But again, like I said, just full retail value and not so much on sale price, then highly recommend for sure. Or if you're just a huge Boba Fett fan and this is something you really want to get, then I'd say go for it. But until then, let me know what you guys think about the helmet in the comment section down below, and don't forget, there you go, to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys tomorrow with a lightsaber review. Later.